Juno Award winner Bob Ezrin.
Thank you. Oh yes, of course. I just happen to have this with me. It's going to be a long night for you guys, right? You're going to be here for hours.
Oh, that's all right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, you've worked with some unbelievable names in the industry.
Can I just say something
Of course.
before we go to questions?
Yes, please do.
I forgot to say up on the stage. This award is named after the man who gave me a career, Jack Richardson, who taught me everything that I know about production and a lot of what I know about life. And for that reason, I may be prouder of this than just about anything else that's happened to me before. So I just wanted to be able to say that publicly. I was so surprised by the award that I forgot to say it on stage there.
Oh,
but I want to say it here. Yes. Thanks. Sorry. Go
Of
ahead.
course, no, don't apologize at all. That's perfectly valid. So you've worked with some pretty phenomenal artists leading up to this moment. Is there anyone who...
You mean it's over?
Well,
That's it?
that's it. You won your Juno. Go on home.
Thank you very much. Okay, good night, everyone. Yeah.
Is there anyone that maybe surprised you that was the most unlike their character?
Unlike their public persona?
Yeah.
You know, it's a weird thing, but part of what I do is to connect that persona with the things that we do in the studio. So even though they may be, you know, I would say Peter Gabriel is a little bit the opposite of what you see on stage. He's very thoughtful. He's very shy, and meticulous about everything. And on stage, he seems like he's abandoned and wild and experimental and all that stuff. But you know, it's that contrast within him that causes the brilliant upsurge of stuff. You know, the part of him that wants to be wild and crazy, and the part of him that obsesses about every detail. And you put it together, you have a rare and special talent, a rare artist. Yeah.
That's what a unique project as a producer too to...
Oh yeah, every
do
time
that.
I've worked with him, yes.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions for Bob?
Yes.
Okay, well, you love
Yes.
jumping in there.
Hey, Bob. Rudy Blair.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How you doing, my friend?
Good to see you, Rudy.
Good to see you, too. What do you think about the surge that's been going on for, like, the last year and a half of Canadian artists going into that international fame? And it just seems like we've got a lot more behind us that have a good chance of doing the same thing.
You know, you plant seeds in a field, and you till that field, and you do a good job in taking care of it, and wow, you're amazed, but it actually produces a brilliant crop. So we've been seeding this country. This country's been a workshop with the support of our governments, you know, federal and provincial, with the support of organizations like CARIS and Music Counts in our schools. We have been trying as a nation to provide support for our creative core. And now you're seeing the results of it. It's fantastic. And we're so punching above our weight class population-wise, but Canada's now the third largest exporter of music in the world. Not bad.
Anyone else? We have a lady at the front here.
Hi, Karen, how are you? Good to see you.
I'm not sure if everyone in here knows that because of you, we have the Teacher of the Year award. You're the one that brought the Rolling Stones together to make that presentation.
Right.
Can you talk about like how far that's come and, you know?
Well, you know, it's come a long way, and yet I'd really like to see it go further, because the original idea was to start with a National Teacher of the Year, and I was kind of hoping that we could expand it so that every province would have their Teacher of the Year. But as we all know, because we all went to school, our teachers are the people who are second to our parents in responsibility for who we become as individuals, and they don't get recognized enough. They certainly don't get paid enough. We know that, right? So the idea was, since we were going to support music programs in the school, it just made sense to me that we support the people who teach them. The first one was Norm Mackintosh, who we got the Rolling Stones to give an award to. That kind of blew his mind. And then this year, to have the award being delivered by Arcade Fire, like, that's fantastic. Was it Arcade Fire? No, sorry, Rush. Even better. Let me start again. And this year, to have the award be delivered by Rush is amazing. Yeah. So and hopefully every year we'll have a great. I mean, we've had Bublé and tremendous artists step forward and participate in this. So I'd like to see it grow even more. Yes.
No, you had your hand up.
Yes. 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 I go wherever you tell me.
Hi, Eric Alper from SiriusXM and
Hi, Eric.
CTV.
How are
How you
you?
doing, man? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Your producing record is second to none. You are a big advocate for philanthropy and also for activism. Where did you first get the idea that music can change the world?
Well, I grew up in a generation that was propelled socially by the music that we heard. We were the civil rights generation. We were the give peace a chance generation. We were the anti-war generation. And the message that got through to us, that inspired us and made us active socially, was the message that came through our music. Those people led one of the most profound changes in history, in our culture. And I'm hoping that people like that will start rising up and doing it again, because God knows we need a little bit of change up, don't we? And I'm really hoping, particularly in our neighbor to the south, that they get a few loud, socially conscious voices to step up and ignite the people's passion the way ours was.
Perfect. We have one up front here.
Hi, David Friend from the Canadian
Hi, David.
Press. I'm going to be the one that goes here, but I wanted to ask you about the Kanye post that got so much attention. And
I will tell you, my children are still waiting for their Yeezys. That's all I can say.
do you have any second thoughts about posting that, or no regrets?
No, I thought it was, listen, I was legitimately pissed off about some of his actions and some of his behavior, but what really got me and what started me was that famous phrase about Taylor Swift, which as a dad really just made me furious. So I decided I had to write something a little nasty, I will have to admit. and I didn't really expect it to blow up like that, but I went to bed blissfully unaware on Sunday night and woke up to like a changed world on Monday morning. Yeah, it was great. I thought it was great.
I guess not everybody gets that fire from Kanye. I guess many people do. But
Oh,
it's a
lots of
select
people
group.
do. Yeah,
It's
I'm not alone here, yes.
It's an exclusive group, though.
Well, I'll tell you what was really cool, because I don't use Twitter, but there was a young MC named Young Platinum, who happened to be the cousin of Amber Rose. We all know who that is, Amber Rose. He looked for my account and realized I wasn't there, and he decided on his own that I deserved a voice, so he started answering as me. And so it was like Bob Ezrin at Young Platinum, and he was like egging him on, even worse. It was really, that was cool.
You gonna go on Twitter now?
Pardon?
Are you gonna get a Twitter account?
No.
now? Okay. Thanks.
Are there any more questions from you guys?
Is that it?
At the back there. Got two.
Hi, Madison McSweeney from the Fulcrum. You've obviously worked with a lot of international artists and the greats as well as in Canada. How do you think the Juno Awards plays a role in getting Canadian artists to the next level?
I think the biggest thing about award shows like this is that it kind of galvanizes the country, gets everyone's attention, and maybe creates even a little bit of peer pressure and a little bit of incentive on everyone's part to work harder, because all those people who didn't win or weren't nominated are looking at the show and going, I could do that. I want to do that. And it's what I call their holy shit moment. They look up and go, holy shit, I could do that. And that makes them work harder and get better. Aside from that, it also attracts the attention of all the other media around the country, and hopefully they see some faces that they weren't totally aware of before a night like tonight and tomorrow night, and that inspires them to give more support. Is that it?
Matt Barry from X99. I want to know, what do you think about Johnny Reed's golden boy, J.J. Shipley? Have you had a chance to see him perform?
Well, yeah, I have. I think Shipley is really talented and real, like speaks from experience and from the heart and stuff. But I had nothing to do with that, with his record. No, but I didn't produce it or anything.
Yeah.
So it's Johnny Reed's project, And Johnny's a passionate guy and he's got great taste. So I support. I think it's great what he did, and he's been incredibly supportive of Shipley. Mm-hmm. And I think Shipley's lucky to have a guy like Johnny in his corner.
Awesome.
Yeah. And by the way, I got to thank Johnny Reed, because I wouldn't even be up for this if it weren't for the relationship that he and I have. He's a really special guy. And he's a man who speaks from his heart all the time, tells his truth all the time, and wants to give to his fans everything he has all the time. So working with him is a privilege and a pleasure.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for chatting with us, Bob. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Have you, Juno?
Thank you.